Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the season finale here for season 4 of Liga Europe. And we're here for the fantastic Brazilian Grand Prix with the lads of Division 5. I am Ivor Bryn Mike, and joined in the commentary booth as always by Old School 3000, aka Mark. How are you doing, Mark?
I'm good. I've finally broken my curse at Brazil and got some decent points there for like the first time ever in 4 years or something. So I am chuffed. I'm looking forward to this. Should be fun, but it's dry. Not as fun as it could be then.
I mean, you never know, it could be wet in the race.
Could be. Wonder if some lovely person will give us an update.
But yeah, Interlagos, it's seen a lot of good racing, especially in league racing over the previous seasons in Liga Europe. What are you expecting from these guys in terms of qualifying pace here?
I would say a 7.2, 7.3 for the top end, I think would be reasonable. I think anything that's in the sevens will be giving you a top 10. Yeah, that would be my guesstimation of it. I'm not too sure, as we've got Ghost heading out to the mean streets of Interlagos on the mediums.
Yep, I'm currently on board with Royal Council at the moment, who's first out on track.
As he normally is. He is bazzing it round Interlagos. He will be the first person to set a competitive lap. Well, assuming he doesn't get overtaken, he's having a bit of trouble out there in Sector 2.
Yep, and Sector 2 is where the lap really is made or broken, isn't it?
Yeah, and to a degree the exit of the last proper corner, the Glock corner that he's going around now, Juncal, as it's known. That if you don't nail that, you can easily slip a tenth down this straight, and it's a horrible feeling because you just hang in there like a cow, as Nico Hulkenberg would say. So as he goes into the centre S's, I'm going to ride on board with him. He takes the rally line, shall we say, near the old course, through corner 3, going down Reta Aposta, looking tidy. Decilia de Largo next up.
I'm going to be on board with Ryan B, who is fighting for what is second in the championship now due to Niels being banned from the season. I'm not sure, is he banned from LOE altogether from what he done in Abu Dhabi?
I don't think so. It was right in this round. Oh, but
that's the rally line.
That is the rally line. Sportcast, a 5th-place grid pen. What's gone on there?
Oh, I think Sven Ostior's gone into him.
Brian is really taking the rally line.
Okay, so next one to the line will be Cam K, and we'll see what lap time this is going to be. Cam K with 8.2 and Jordan directly behind. Jordan's peeled off into the... Jordan, don't be the number 2 driver. Don't give your teammates slipstreaming in pit. The thing is, last race of the season, there really shouldn't be any team orders. Just go out there and race. That's what I say. Swip across the line with an 8.4. We do have 13 people in the chat right now. Good evening to everyone in the chat. I know we got a couple of comments. I'll be bringing them up momentarily.
Bosnia.
Yeah, United Bosnia, the other guy in this battle for second place. Only 9 points separating him and Ryan B as they go into this final round. And it really is going to be a battle to keep our eyes on.
Well, this is good. We've got some fresh blood in the shape of ex Camel. Gonna call him Camel. I think that's fair. So it's his debut race, and he's stuck it on pole. So provisional pole, I should say, so far. So good stuff from him, putting down a marker.
Yeah, I've just gone back on board Royal Council, who's taken to lawn mowing, I would say.
Ooh.
We got Jasper around as well, doing a bit of lawn mowing, and Steve-O.
It's so easy to lose it on traction out of Juncal. This is exactly what I was talking about. Ooh, Jasper cutting the track. Oh, Bosnia goes flying quicker, 7.5. That's more like it. But second lap on those softs, interesting. It's not something I wouldn't necessarily want to be putting 2 laps on these tyres.
It's not something I would do either. As on board with, I believe there's another newcomer at Division 5, Diaz, in the Ferrari.
Yes, he's gone purple in Sector 1, if that's true and the game's not telling us fibs as it sometimes does. Looking very nice through here. It's very tidy.
Yeah, looking very smooth and composed at the moment as we go through the heart of the middle sectors. We got the Alfa Romeo off in the right there. Nice
line through Vico de Parto as he's coming down to Merkilo, I believe it's called, and then into Juncal. This will make or break your lap. A little bit conservative for me, but not terrible. He will be looking quite quick from the looks of this.
You'll see he crosses the line. It's going to be an 8.2, so I guess I'm in the mix. So the newcomers coming in and not disappointing.
No, not at all. Flip peels into the pits. So we have Stephen Roebuck on a invalid lap, going off to set another one, I would assume.
We got Svenos Dios now on the run up now towards the line, and obviously it's going to be interesting to see if anyone does decide to give slipstream, because that is going to be a big place to really get the slipstream from your teammate, as he goes second with a 7.9.
Nice lap. Very nice lap.
We got Ryan now to the line, and Ryan with a 7.5. So there we go, the battle for second. Already getting a bit spicy out there.
Absolutely. They're definitely wanting it, I suspect, to be first loser, as Ryan called it, which is a slightly pessimistic, but a man after my own heart. Great little scenario there. I mean, you would realistically favour one of the drivers, which would be Ryan B, because he does have a 9-point advantage. But that's only first and third. It gets a little bit more spread out, but not bad.
Yeah, 9 points separating the 11 points separating the two Hasses of Ghost and Alt Maverick in their battle for fourth. Jordan 11 points off Alt Maverick as well, who's currently in sixth. Then we got a pretty sizable gap back to Smitsky in seventh, who's currently on 89 points.
He's not here today. Oh, Kamel has lost it in the Senna S.
And that's easily done. That's easily done.
The exit of it, he's got obviously a little bit greedy and then pinged it. So good pace, but are we going to see the racecraft needed from him in the race? Because it's a tough one, this.
Yep, and Steve-O on another invalid lap. Dutch Race on an invalid lap as well.
We have another fun battle as well, which we've kind of overlooked slightly, which is Svenos Dios, McDutchface and Swip. 3 points separate them, so that's really up for grabs to get a 9 or top 10 finish. And then Steve-O, Jasper and Flip, and even Cloudy and Slayer's not driving today, unfortunately. SD5 is also in with a bit of a shout of climbing up a place if you can get a top 5 finish, and then Freak Vonk has got it all to play for to overtake Cerevo.
And 7.8 there from Jordan, who I was on board with for the second half of his flying lap. And speaking of that battle you were just talking about, the battle for ninth between Swip, McDutchie and Sven, it's not out of the question that they could also jump Dave here.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's not that far. Yeah, it's really not. It's particularly with Sven in 10 points. If Dave has a pointless finish, which for 20 drivers, points are not a given round here today, because it's a hard track to do. I say that, I'm going to curse the division, but it's a hard track to really DNF unless you really get out of line. You have to push your limits too far, really. It's about knowing your limits, this track.
I'd say the two corners where I think if there are going to be any DNS, this would be where we see them, is on the exit of the center S's, if you just get a little bit too greedy on the curbs. And of course out of turn 4, which you may remember a few years back, a few seasons back, Jasper and Cloudy Cloud doing a simultaneous DNF out of turn 4.
Yes. Yeah. So that's very true, actually. Yeah, the exit of turn 4. In particular, in the wet, that is lethal. In the dry, if you go side by side through there, then you really are playing with fire.
Yeah, absolutely. As we got Cloudy Cloud coming to the line now, and speaking of Cloudy Cloud, he really, at the beginning of the season, as he peels off into the pits, he wanted to be first out of him and Jasper. 9 points separating them. Do you think Cloudy Cloud can do it?
Well, if he starts about 11th or 12th, potentially, his ST5 is going around on those mediums. I'm a bit lost. As to what he's doing. I don't get it. He's putting loads of laps on them.
The thing is, this is why I done in D4. I was just doing laps on the mediums to get acquainted with the track, but then when I made the switch to the softs, I could not hook up the soft lap.
Yeah,
so
you
just
get
not with it.
You can get acquainted with the track on softs. I mean, you can run 4 runs. I mean, I don't mind 1 run on them, because you can get 4 runs around here. But now you just put yourself under unnecessary pressure to deliver a one-off lap. And look at his pace. I mean, he would be right at the sharp end. Find it a bit mad, but hopefully he pits and puts a lap on those softs and actually gets a representative lap, because I'm really hamstringing him otherwise.
Yeah, but as we got Dave now, I think he might peel off into the pits. He's still in a hot lap, but he hasn't got the fuel, so yeah, he's going to duck out into the pits. His teammate Diaz on a invalid lap right now, as we got Steve-O coming to the line now.
Ooh, Freak Bonk with a great lap. That's what he needs. He needs to, in his battle with Ibo, get some decent points on the board. I think he needs 5.
Steve-O now up into 8th.
And Tui Diaz on an invalid lap. He will go again, I believe.
We got Jasper, he's over 2 temps up in the middle sector, so we'll see if he can get himself into the top 10. He does have a bit more time to find in this final sector. So he runs to the line now. What's this going to be for Jasper? It's going to be an 8.1, but he did scrub off a bit of time by moving over to the right hand side of the track. You really want to keep to the left.
Yeah, 100%. I think what will be, he should get round as well quite comfortably to get out again, which is good for him. Again though, 3 laps on the same tyres. Don't know. I don't mind if you invalidate in lap turn 1 and then you have another pop, then fair play.
Oh, hang on. Swip 7 temps up in the middle sector. This could put him right up there.
Beastly lap. How was his exit of Juncal?
It was pretty decent. It wasn't anything special. I think he definitely can find a bit more time there. He's a bit more aggressive on his throttle coming out of the corner. But he gets himself up into 5th, which I think he'll be quite happy with that. He's ahead of Sven and McDutchface, who's all the way down in 19th at the moment, and that's not going well for his hopes of clinching 9th in the championship or even staying in the top 10.
No. And he'll get 2 runs at it. I suspect he'll use it. Might as well. Just don't want to be starting back there.
Everyone is in the pit. We've got Diaz, who's still on a lap. Now, if I was Diaz, I'd probably duck out into the pits now and chuck a fresh set of sauce on instead of finishing this lap.
Cool, it's tight.
He's going to finish it though.
He is.
That's an 8.1. He didn't improve.
Probably a blessing for him, because he gets fresh free choice now, so...
Yeah, I suppose, as we got Ghost Recon now, he's a 10th and a half up on his Sector 1 split as we go for the double right-hander. And now as we go through turn 9, unfortunately I do not know the names of the corners like Mark does. And even if I did, I probably wouldn't be able to pronounce them. But let's have a look at this middle. Oh, he's lost all of his time in the middle sector.
Got a lot of outlaps going on at the moment, as you would expect.
And Ghost, he's drifting to the right hand side. You want to stick to the left, Ghost?
It's hard to keep up with who's on a lap.
ST5 was, and he's done a 7.4 out of nowhere.
There we go. Flip. Start on that. I think the ooh, Jordan's at risk here of being a bit caught up in Sector 2 behind this.
Yeah, behind Steve.
Pressure point. Yeah, who's on an outlap. Oh, this could be messy. When he gets out of the way. You need to be careful, Steve, because you can really actually be careful. Get your car moving. Even a little bit, just move it.
Alright, well, here we go. Jordan now to the line. What's this going to be for the McLaren? It's going to be a 7.4, and he
well done.
Just misses out. And McDutchface there with a 7.1.
Wow. What a response from 19th. Ryan couldn't improve. We have Bosnia.
Bosnia 7.2.
I did say, didn't I? 7.2. That was my prediction.
Cam K, what can Cam K do? See, Cam K has already sealed up the Drivers' Championship, and the Constructors was also sealed up.
Goes third. And I believe we've still got loads of laps actually, haven't we? We've still got loads. This is interesting. Maverick's had a Western Super Mare.
Well, we got, yeah, Maverick, he's in the 0 ERS, he's not going to be setting a fast lap. We got Ryan still going for it, but he's only marginally up.
Freak Bonk jumps up into 10th. Good lap from him.
Here comes Ryan, who ducks out into the pits, and I think he realised that he was not going faster. Swip now up into 4th.
Great lap from him. Steve-O, 10th. Everyone's improving. This is really clutch. Fair play to them. ST5 into the bin.
United Bosnia, who's probably going to come into the pits and retire, or maybe he'll just cross the line. But McDutchface getting pole position. And you know, we were talking about McDad Chase's battle in the Drivers' Championship, but let's not forget, second in the Constructors' Championship is still up for grabs. Haas and Red Bull separated by 1 point. And we've got Mercedes, who are 28 points back, who are still mathematically in with a decent shout, I would say, of getting second.
Well, yeah, if Ryan can pull it out. Well, they'd need a 1-2 or a 1-3 or something to make it potentially viable, in the sense of the others are going to somehow score some points, you would assume. But yeah.
Right, well, there we go. McDad Chase on pole position, 200 for a second ahead of United Bosnia, and that's the front row for us tonight. Then we got Cam K in third, Swip in fourth, ST5 in fifth, Jordan in sixth, Ryan B 7th, Alt Maverick 8th, Ghost Recon in ninth, and Stevo rounding out the top 10. And outside of the top 10 with three choice of tire compounds, we got Freak, Sven, Cam, Diaz, Dave, Jasper, Flip, Cloudy Cloud, Sir Ibo, and Royal Council, who has a 5-place grid job, which I think should be added on to the start of next season.
That will be quite detrimental to him there, because he's going to start instead of 20th. He will actually start in 20th.
Yep.
No. But no. Apparently it's trial race, but why do I see wets in the garage? I swear I don't normally see wets in the garage. Conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
there.
I can see that in the Ferrari garage.
Yeah, what's that about?
Ferrari strategy, and standard from they bought the wrong tyres.
Very odd. Oh, this is filling me with dread. Session starts in 28. Oh no, okay, well that's fair enough. We got there. Toy Svenos Dios from Lilyhammers. Toy. I'm guessing that. What does that mean? Toy.
That's gotta be go Svenos Dios. And Jav asking if he's won yet. Jav, you haven't won, but you can't take claim for Cam K's achievement. So that's just not on.
Frankie, in his completely unbiased opinion, is predicting Jasper to get a top 10. We shall see.
It is unbiased.
As
Freaking Diaz actually get disqualified from the formation lap, and looking outside the top 10, very interesting mix going on.
I think Diaz might not be aware that was somehow that was a formation lap. That was shocking.
Yeah, tyre strategy, very strange outside the top 10.
Well, it's varied. That's what we like. It's good for us. It gives us a little bit of meat. Yes, could have a good rate. He needs to keep it very clean, or he's in for a nightmare. If he breaks any portion of that wing early, he's got a real slog.
Right, Jav is predicting Cam K, Bosnia, Jordan.
Cam K, Bosnia, Jordan. I'm going to predict Bosnia. Oh, well, car off. Dave. Is that Dave? No. Jasper. He's already off. Not loving Jin Cow. Let's put him throw me off. Bosnia. Jordan. Camel.
I'm going to go with Bosnia, Ryan, and Cam K.
No love for McDutch Face at all, starting on pole. Scenes.
he's just not got the inside for the first corner. That's going to be difficult for him to defend. That's going to be the issue for him as we go to those 5 red lights to start the final round of the season. Lights are out and Royal Council gets a drive-through penalty for jumping the start, but we are underway as we got United Bosnia down the inside of McDuchess, who's under pressure immediately from Cam K, who's just going to chill behind. We've got Steve-O off and Kamel in the back.
I'm not entirely sure what happened there. That looks really messy.
I think they just must have came together as we got Ghost and ST5 side by side as ST5 gets very wide.
Jasper's around at that corner again. He's a victim again, but he's got all of his wing intact from the looks of it, so he will be okay, which is good to see.
ST50 unfortunately was battling for 4th place with Ghost, now all the way down to 14th.
Ghost has had an incredible start.
Cam K now trying to look around the outside of McDuchess for 2nd place. Takes back into the slipstream though. Smart move there from the McLaren. And there we get the predicted pit stop strategies popping up there. Lap 13 to 15. You expect to see people into the pits, and I mean I done it in my race, and I know it's possible, but
oh,
you're soft to me.
We have Freak Bonk is round. Oh, and he gets out of the way nicely. Good man, and he will be starting from 18th, unfortunately for him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there for Freak, and it's going to be a long drive back up the orders. We've got Swip on the back of Jasper for 16th, so Swip not doing his championship hopes any good right now. Well and truly outside the points, while his 2 rivals are pretty comfortably in the points.
Diaz has had an incredibly good start on those hards. In 8th, up 6 places. A lot of people up 6 places. Him, Flip and Cloudy.
McDuchess setting the initial fastest lap, immediately beaten by Ghost Recon though. And we see this quite a lot from Ghost Recon. He does fly at the start of the race, but it's just mid-race he just seems to kind of lose a bit of pace. However, he did pick up the victory last time out in Abu Dhabi, so maybe that's giving him some new confidence moving forward.
So this is really interesting. Cam K, whilst he won the title, he did an excellent job and was fantastic doing it. He hasn't had too many wheel-to-wheel battles, I feel. And McDuchess, I think, has got more than enough pace to give him a challenge around here. And this train doesn't look like it's separating from 7th down. Diaz is the cork in the bottle on those hards. Maverick will be desperate to get past him.
Yeah, but Jasper picks up 3-second time penalty. I think that might be the first 3-second time penalty. It is, because Royal Council picked up a 10-second time penalty.
Ryan all over the back. Svenos.
We've got Maverick getting past Diaz there.
See, I don't like that from Svenos. He moved in the braking zone and just seems to wiggle his car in awkward directions. Not a massive fan of that one at all, as Ryan goes up the inside.
They're kind of like a Verstappen type wiggle.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, he runs into the back of Ryan. Ryan's lucky to keep the place and keep it on track, and I think Svenos will not have got any wing damage. No, he doesn't. Fortuitous from both of them, realistically, and Ryan needs to get a move on because he doesn't want to lose DRS to Jordan. That would be critical. He needs to gain a 10th in this sector.
That he does, and he's only just outside of it as we got Ibo around. Oh no, Ibo.
Unfortunate. Not a terrible start from him as well. Dutchface gets really on the curb outside of Juncal. Ghost with the run now. All over the back of him. They will both have Oh, McDuff Race does not have it.
Yeah, McDuff lost the DRS to Bosnia. So this is Ghost's chance around the outside at turn 1. He's going to have the inside, but it really does tighten up on you. Very easy to pick up a warning, trying to give the other car the room on the outside.
It definitely would have been a warning. McDuff. Oh, I think Ghost has just burned up too much hers. As we have a yellow, that is Camel. Struggling, virtual safety car. As he goes cross country. There we go, VSC. All sorts of mischief going on out there. Right, this is interesting because you could easily get alongside somebody or close to alongside them under this. Because the gaps are tiny anyway.
Well, this is big for Alt Maverick. He could try and maybe snag DRS on Svenja.
Yeah. Depends when it goes as well. If it goes on the straight, it's going to be almost a who predicts it. Ryan's going too slow. Maybe he's further back than I thought. Or he's getting a run up.
I think that's smart from Ryan.
It is very clever. He's getting a run up. He's a bit unlucky it's not ended perfect time. Svenos has been caught napping hard.
It's still out for me.
It is. Yeah. No, I just mean he's just been completely left as Ryan has to slow down.
And there we go. Now it is all and done with. It looks like Jordan's got a fantastic restart. He's right on the back of his teammate. He's going to move to the inside and he's going to send it.
Fantastic move. Ghost gets slippy outside of that corner.
Alt Maverick gets past Sven. So as we just mentioned with getting a good restart there, Alt Maverick timing it to perfection and getting past Svenos Dios.
Ryan lost out because he had to, I think he broke a little bit and it just ended. And it just lost him that little bit of time, and now he's going to be out of DRS, so he is in a little bit of trouble. We need to hope these guys battle a little bit ahead.
Yeah, not just that, that VSC has allowed these guys to really gain back a lot of their ERS, and that's the one thing that Ryan, I believe Ryan had a little bit more than the likes of Jordan, Ghost, McDutch Race, but now they all kind of, well, I say level, as Ghost's already back down to about 20%, Jordan's on less than 10, and Camk on 20%.
I think Bosnia's doing his usual trick of wanting some really skinny wings as Svenos Diaz goes down the inside. Maverick looks for the switchback. What an incredible bit of driving there from Maverick as Svenos goes up the inside. Oh, losing just enough room.
Maverick going to try and go around the outside. He is. He'll have the inside for the next corner. I think to stay alongside. Tiny bit of contact between them though.
It's good racing though. Like that. I thought that was just in the realms of gentlemanly.
Yeah, but what this battling is doing is bringing guys like Diaz, like Dave, like Flip back into it, who are on an alternative strategy. As we go back up towards the front, McDutt Chase there, just getting a little bit too deep in turns 1. It's compromised him through the rest of the center S's and loses a bit of time to Ghost Recon, but Ghost not having any ERS to really attack.
So we've got N2E, Diaz looking to overtake his compadre Dave here.
No, Maverick does it again, the switchback.
This is incredible racing, and Svenos is definitely running lower wings. Maverick, can't really get a switchback done there. There's not enough of an exit, but like the thinking. And the thing is, though, he can just sit behind, just relax a little bit, work together a tiny bit.
Yeah, except they, just use that slipstream and DRS to switch around. They can try and get onto the back of Ryan as we've got a yellow flag, and that is a red Bulls, I believe ST5 or
it's Camel. He's really struggling in race pace. Really quite strange, actually. He looked really okay in quality. Maybe nerves getting the better of him slightly. As Jordan cuts the corner, that will be a warning. You don't want to do that 2 more times.
He's lost DRS as well.
Oh, Diaz has just knocked Flip into the wall. Has he got wing damage?
I think he's okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they're both okay.
Just outbroke himself.
Yeah, and look at the situation we got now for the battle for 4th. Jordan losing DRS on Ghost.
So critical here.
That's kind of held both him and Kamke up, and now Ryan is in DRS range of the 2 McLarens. And
oh, as Jordan loses it, Jordan has gone off at Junkao under the traction zone, and he is going to be losing time hand over fist. He's going to be well out of DRS, and he's going to have Svenos gaining.
And this is perfect for Ryan, because now Ryan just needs to use DRS and he can get straight past Kamke, and now Ryan up into 4th as McDutchase has made the move on United Bosnia and is up into the race lead. The Mercedes firing on all cylinders here.
Yeah, not out of the constructors, as Bosnia is slippy in a straight line, can't get alongside, and you have to just live to fight another day.
Around the outside at turn 4.
Oh, he gets a great run. Ah, too greedy there.
I'm seeing that quite a lot now with the defending from these guys. They're leaving just enough room where you can put your car there, but you have to run over that big curb if you're going to try and do it. It's smart driving.
It is. It's very astute, actually. It's very stressful when it happens to you, don't get me wrong. You're probably not their biggest fan. You're probably saying a few words. Svenos gets very slippy outside of the corner that I can't remember, and he's into Junkao, and he runs wide, and Maverick should have this on toast.
Yeah, it was not close enough to make that trace into turn 1. Ryan B keeping it ahead of Cam K at the moment, and Jordan, after that mistake, he's still holding on to P6, but he's in a bit of a no man's land now.
I'll tell you what, Dave's having a flyer, as is Diaz, as is Flip. They're on the not optimal tyres, and the softs will start coming back towards them now.
As we got another VSC as Ibo's retired from the session.
Let's see where he lost it. Run on board with McDutchface. Yeah, he just outside wall. Unlucky from Ibo. And I tell you what, could this mean that some people gamble? Is this VSC going to be long enough that they gamble? Dave, Diaz and Flip would be and Cloudy, to be fair, would be spitting feathers if they do. Bosnia gambles. Okay. Interesting. This is what we want to see.
Oh no, he's picked up a 5-second time pen.
How's he done that? And I'll tell you what, he didn't get the most out of it, did he?
Steve-O, he's got to drive through, and Swip also with a 5-second time pen.
There's Maverick up the inside of Svenos. Svenos looks to attack back. Great respect from these two. Maverick just gives enough space as we have someone round. It's Flip. Oh, dreadfully unlucky. Svenos up the inside of Maverick. Maverick, look at that switchback line again. These two are just absolute. This is fantastic racing. Oh, Svenos not shutting the door back on him. Poor Ibo, he's not happy with that. He's left the session. Not how we wanted to finish this season, but we know we'll be back next year.
Yeah, there's a few certainties in LOE. Ibo Racing is one of them.
Cam K already gaining on Ryan before they even hit DRS, although Ryan, I suspect... No, well, I don't know, something odd happened there. Not going to have... No, he's not going to quite have the pace, unfortunately.
Got the...
But he's got a great run.
Yeah, I think this could be it, and Kamke back up in the 30, moves to the inside. Is Ryan going to look for the switch back? He doesn't need it. He'll keep ahead.
Ooh, perfect. Great car placement from Ryan.
And this is crucial. Look at where United Bosnia has just come out of the pits. Right behind Diaz.
Ouch.
In traffic.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Don't lose your wing. Don't get too greedy. Don't mind that. Yeah, take wide lines. You're not going to get past him here. Oh, you are. You're going to. Wow.
A bit over aggressive for my liking, that was.
It's very fortunate Diaz moved out of the way. Very, very fortunate, actually.
We've got Sven. Sven's around.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Bosnia. Oh no!
Bosnia.
What's going on there? Bosnia's driving really not the most fantastic, as we have a few pitters. Ryan has stopped for the mediums early for my liking. Very early.
I mean,
what's Dave done? Why is Dave? I'm lost. Why is Dave on the mediums? He's two stopping.
Or did he have a drive-through?
I don't know. Oh, he's hit the wall. He's kept his wing. Unbelievable.
I think he's had a drive-through for the VSC.
Oh no! Oh, what a shame.
Oh
Diaz
no, Diaz.
Oh no, he lost it in the pit lane. Oh, all the medium runners that could have done something have just really had such horrible luck. Oh, that's dreadful. Really impressed with him as well. Really liked the way he was driving. Seemed clean. There's people in the chat supporting him. Really, really liked the way he was looking, and I hope he's back next season, because I really, really, really think he could do things. And, Rui Diaz and Luis Sagarero, apologies if I'm butchering your name, were there in the chat supporting him. Gutted for them.
Alright, now this is going to be interesting in terms of the undercut. It looks like United Bosnia able to get the undercut on Ghost, as we've got Ryan. Has he made... I don't think Ryan's made the undercut work. No.
Oh, I tell you, that could be a safety car. Yeah. Royal Council has lost it in the corner that I lost it many years ago. The not corner, the straight, really. I did it in the wet conditions at least, but this plays into the hands of
Jordan and McDad-Chase.
This is so fortuitous. Lap 15 for me is the lap to pit. I would say that's the lap to pit. I don't really know what... Kamke's had an absolute disaster class in my eyes. D, free pace. D7 strategy. I've said it many a time. The hards will not, and also they're not going to put any wear on those mediums. He's not going to get as much of an advantage, if any at all.
Yeah, but unfortunately for Kamke, he is going to be a sitting duck for Ryan on those mediums, and
it would be brave, but you could try and get those softs to the end.
Bosnia's actually managed to get out ahead of Jordan. I thought Jordan would have been able to jump on with the safety car delta, but he's going to come out.
Go for it. Go. What are you doing, Jordan? He should have put his foot on the floor. I don't understand the wisdom of putting the hards on necessarily.
I mean, for everyone on the mediums who started on the mediums, I think that's the reason why they're chucking on the hards, is because they don't think they can get the softs to the end.
I'd have given it a go, and if there's another safety car, he quits in.
I mean, lap 18 was when we saw the safety car out. Well, safety car come in Division 4, and there were soft runners who took their soft tyres to the end. So, I mean, similar time for the safety car to be out. So,
I think it might have been just too much, but I mean, you're risking a puncture, but you're not. you're not gonna win the race on a half compound set of tyres. Or as Kamke loses it under traction, he's lucky it's not coming in this lap because otherwise he'd have had grass all over his tyres.
And this is going to be interesting as well. These guys are going to have to keep temperature in their tyres to make sure that they don't just slide around through the corner, especially through. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. Turn 12, the start of the final sector, because it's so easy. So easy for the back end to just step away from you on the traction, especially on cold tyres.
I'm not overly sure what Kamel is doing here. He's trying to push along the Ferrari of Dave.
Unfortunately for Kamel, a lap down. Oh, he's gone straight into the back of Dave.
Yeah, I'm not sure this guy can particularly drive, to be completely honest with you.
Dave receiving a 5-second time penalty.
What are you doing? I'm sorry, this is stupid. No, it's a safety car. You need to. Oh fuck! Fucking hell! Sorry for the language, but just. What are you doing? Like, no, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think there's going to be some. There's definitely going to be some steward inquiries from Dave after this race. I'm going to show you with that.
I hope he gets to the end because he doesn't get that pen removed. I don't know what this guy's up to be honest with you.
Dave almost there, losing it on the curb. He's trying to avoid the Red Bull. He's trying to get alongside him at any opportunity.
I think this guy needs to just understand that he's not gaining anything. He's a lap down. You don't need to be up anyone's backside. I mean, you should be doing it anyway, even if you weren't a lap down. Just bizarre.
As David actually just put in the chat now.
Yeah, I hope Dave can get to the end, and I hope there's not another safety car in a way, because then he's hamstrung.
I mean, I hope Dave doesn't get too many penalties and he ends up getting DSQ'd because of it.
Yeah.
So right now he's got 10 seconds of time penalties, none of which are his own fault.
Yeah. It's just bizarre.
And looks like Kamel has got away from Dave now into the pits and a lap down of everyone, and hopefully the safety car will be coming in at the end of this lap. But next person up in line who could potentially get ruined by this is Steve-O.
Maybe it's just a lack of knowledge. I don't know. Maybe it's, who knows? But
it's safety car in. McDutt Chase controls the pace, and I'm going to be on board with. I tell you what, we'll go on board with the American Ghost Recon.
You get a good view from there.
We wait for McDutt Chase to bolt away. Very. On this track, I think very interesting when you decide to bolt, and McDutt Chase has bolted, and he's got a fantastic launch away from United Bosnia, and Bosnia may be under a little bit of pressure from Ghost. Not enough, and Jordan over the back of his teammate once again, and Sven down the inside of Cloudy, side by side, and now was Flip trying to have a little look around the outside, but he's gone off, and ST5 who's able now to take a hold of P10. Sven and Cloudy still side by side as they run down into turn 4. We've seen Sven and Alt Maverick do it earlier. Now we get to see Cloudy and Sven do it.
I'll tell you what I've missed. Jasper's got the softs on. What a lad.
And United Bosnia losing out to Ghost Recon there, and Ghost now up into 3rd place. McDutchie's already got a 1.6 second lead.
Yeah. Massive. Great stuff from him. Come on, Jasper. Give us a show. Round the outside. Let's go. Up to 14th.
Unfortunately, I missed that move.
Flip on the back of Cloudy.
Here he goes now, looking at the inside. He's got it done. Can Cloudy get a good run out the centre S's? No, he can't. We got a Swip on the back of Dave. But he decides against going down the inside. He probably had enough speed to warrant potentially having a look down the inside as Jordan picks up a 3-second time penalty. Jasper closing up now to the back of this pack, and essentially this is a nice little train from P8. So Jasper, he's left a lot of room by Swip on the inside. He thought about going into it, but he's got to stand it. Oh, he thought better about it. It's like a half-hearted dive there from Jasper.
Kamel's up to 11th, but he's a lap down. Oh! The Swip has gone round. Half spun. Jasper
Jordan
now.
is pushing his teammate along.
Oh, Dave was worried about him sending it. He was wiggling his car. Jasper won't get the run he needs. It's very unfortunate. Freak Bonk picks up that pen. Jasper with a great run now.
He's got to
Could
the
get
inside.
it. Got the grip. Yeah, you've just got too much grip there. Great move from him. A couple of nice passes.
Unfortunately, this is what happens when you have fresh sauce versus fresh ads. The sauce will always win. And this has got to be infuriating for ST5, his teammate ghosting through him.
Yeah. Bit strange. Oh, Jordan looks really weird on these straights. Losing time to Ryan. He seemed to have yanked his method of input of his control wheel. Had caught a really tiny spin. He could have very easily put it in the wall. It's not doing him any good.
The thing is, Cam K is holding up Jordan massively by being on different tyre compounds right now. And what this is doing is it's making Jordan's life a lot worse than what it needs to be, because you got Ryan right behind with more ERS to play with.
See, I'm not even sure he is holding him up. That's the mad thing. Jordan seems to be making quite a lot of mistakes. He's really overdriving the cars, getting on the accelerator a little bit too early out of a lot of these corners. And he's really overdriving it.
I think he's trying to push to get past his teammate, but as you said, yeah, he is kind of overdriving it, but he has been quick enough to drop far back from his teammate, then close back up, so he's definitely can go quicker than Cam K at the moment. And it might be more beneficial for Cam K to really hold up Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, Cam K wants to hold as many of these guys as possible because their tyres will eventually start to feel a little bit jittery compared to his, and then he'll have the tyre advantage. So Jasper right on the back of this little crew now of ST5 and Cloudy. Tell you what, he's got an incredible run.
Oh, it's free wide. Oh no, it's not free wide. But he may have a look down the inside of his teammate here.
Oh, I tell you what, this is really annoying because if Camel had DRS and Cloudy and Jasper swap places.
Ooh, hang on. Oh, he had a little look around the outside there.
Not there! Not there! Yeah. It's not an overtaking spot. People seem to think it is, but
I mean, I would probably try around the outside there. I would never try the the inside, and
no,
as I was
agreed.
already alongside him.
Agreed. Bosnia now. He needs to get this done. Ghost squeezes him to the outside. Ghost overruns it. Oh, and Bosnia does well to not go into the back of him on the switchback line. This plays into Kamke's hands. They need to make sure they stay out of that man's DRS.
Here goes Bosnia again. He half committed to it and then backed out as Jordan tried it around the outside of his teammate, but that didn't work.
I think this is quite naive from them, if I'm honest, because this just brings Kamke in. They've lost half a second, and instead of looking to gun each other down the inside, look, Kamke is catching all the time. This is really strange. Jordan, if Jordan can get a good run, he's desperate to get past him now, because if Kamke gets in that DRS, he's almost got no chance of getting past him. Not the worst exit.
I think Kamke might have matched him on it though.
Bosnia goes up the inside. How's your line? Oh, he cuts across Ghost nicely. Really disrupts Ghost's ability to get through that corner.
And your Ghost goes back.
Yeah, this is the thing. Switchback line. No. Wow, Ghost was great exit. Fair play. The one thing I'd say, Kamke is being a bit naive here, because if Kamke lets Jordan through, Jordan can drag Kamke along into that train, and then once their tyres go off,
and Kamke's,
he has the advantage.
Yep, and Kamke's literally he's just outside of it. It would be more beneficial to let Jordan kind of tow him along a bit.
I did this earlier in my race. We have
Maverick
round. No. Nightmare for him. Jasper moves up another place.
And do you know what? We were talking about the constructors earlier. As it stands right now, Ryan, with no penalties, should really be getting the jump on Jordan.
Yeah.
Possibly Ghost and Bosnia here.
Oh, and Bosnia and Ghost again. Bosnia up the inside. Compromised. And look where Kamke is now. It goes wide. Beautiful. Beautiful for Jordan. Ryan through as well, and Kamke now. Well, this is what he wanted. It's not that bad for him. He needs to think, because if he can stick onto the back of these guys, he's going to have a massive tyre advantage.
Right now, it is looking like it could possibly be a Mercedes 1-2 at the moment.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's a blessing in disguise there for Kamke, I really think.
And I was switching back and forth between the battle at the top and ST5's battle with Jasper, and it looked for a few laps that Kamel was just giving ST5 DRS all the time, which was allowing him to defend, and Jasper's tyres now starting to feel a little bit second hand.
Yeah, they will do. He needs an SC, but he's put himself in a fantastic spot, hasn't he? If there is an SC, he wouldn't have got any points, I don't feel, unless he'd have done something like this.
Side by side. Bosnia
Jordan
able to hold it.
I don't know why he's using overtake there. I find that really bizarre. Jordan's trying to make moves in places that don't need to be done. Save it up, use it in a place where you get a long run at it. When he loses it nearly, Ryan V's not got a good enough access to capitalise. And this is playing perfect into Kamke's hands. They're breaking away from Sven, who has a pen anyway.
Here's the thing, if I was Jordan, I wouldn't even use too much of my ERS here.
No. Well, the problem is you do have Ryan there. That's the only issue, and Ryan is going to just doesn't go for a move. Oh, Jordan kind of cuts across him a little bit. Hopefully there's no wing damage there.
It doesn't look like it, but Ryan there looking for the opportunity, almost able to get it.
I think there might be. There might be light green because even if it's just a tiny, like some of the light green isn't. It just looks really clunky. Maybe it's some kind of element of desync, I don't know. But Ryan's dropped right off the back now.
Maverick setting the fastest lap as we've got Swip getting past Cloudy for 10th place.
I'm not.
Jasper surrendering the chance and going on another set of softs.
I wouldn't have done that then. Because if there is an SC, I don't know, it would have been fine. Everyone would have pit, I think, pretty much unilaterally. That's a hard word to say.
We look at the Ghost Recon, not close enough to make a move into turn 1, but will he have the run out of the centre S? Says he's got a great run on United Bosnia. To the inside will go the American, but he just backs out of it too early again.
These two are so much quicker than Jordan. And they're racing to see who's going to be second place at lap 24, 26, 28, 29. It only really matters if you're in second place at the end of lap 36. So I'd be working to gap Jordan. Jordan makes so many mistakes. You get him out of DRS and almost just save it for the last 3 laps.
Yeah, I think for United Bosnia at the moment with his penalty situation, he kind of needs to back Ghost up into Jordan and Ryan behind just to get him to battle while he breaks away.
Yeah, needs something. Ryan's doing well. Bosnia's doing pretty nice as well. Bosnia seems to have got a bit of a pace advantage on Ghost, but Ghost will eat a good 2.5 tenths, you feel. This DRS, it doesn't.
Yeah, it looks like Ghost now starting to suffer with ERS deployment, and Bosnia, it may not be a huge amount, but he does have that little bit extra. He's got that 10% more.
I would say be interesting to see what Kamke can do, because these tyres will start at some point to feel a little bit sketchy on the medium runners.
Especially for Bosnia on 17 lap old ones.
It's just he's got the raw pace, but Ghost is just staying in that DRS. This is such a hard track to break it.
Yeah, this is the thing now. This is smart. Bosnia knowing that he doesn't need to break DRS right now because he is trying to save up his ERS to break away later. Of course, it does leave him vulnerable of not being able to get away from that 5-second extra time penalty that he'll have. But what this is doing is forcing Ghost to really push his car beyond the limits, and I think we would have just picked up another warning there.
Steve-O on the back of Cloudy Cloud. Steve-O backs out, used quite a lot of ERS, believe it or not. He was pretty much full going out of Junção, and now he's down there, so I think he will get past him at some point, but he's going to have to wait.
Yeah, look at that now. United Bosnia currently sat on. Well, he's sat on 30 right now, and Ghost sat on less than 10. I tell you what, Ryan B has got to be loving this right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's just kind of a passenger. The only wrinkle could be is if Kamke gets past him and then there's a bit of a gap appears. Maverick speeding in the pit lane, he's had enough.
Oh, that's crucial. That's big for the constructors.
Could be. Let's have a look. I'll have a look. Quick check
I've got it up. I've got it up. So Mercedes need a 29-point swing on Haas to take second place, and right now, with the penalties and everything at the moment, Ghost will be finishing in P4, I believe.
Yeah, they'll be doing enough. They'll be doing enough, just incredible.
So P4, 12 points, takes it 40...
Yeah, there'll be a 31-point gap. 31-point gap between the two. They'll have scored 43. And they would just nick it. Just.
So, Maverick retiring from the session, I mean, that looks like it's definitely blown it wide open in the constructors, because now it looks like Mercedes, barring any penalties for Ryan, in fact, Kamke could be the thorn in Ryan's side, because I think if Kamke gets ahead of Ryan, Haas keeps second.
Yeah, you're 100% correct, yeah. They will. They'll just by a point. There you go.
Just when you thought it was all over, guys, it's on the teetering edge once again.
Oh, Ryan with the pen. That is pretty much a massive blow. That's got to be that, really. As Ghost goes up the inside of Bosnia, finally. And
Yep.
Jordan's not far behind.
And Ryan kind of needs to hope Ghost picks up another penalty now.
Tell you what, if McDutchface wins this, he jumps Smitsky up into 7th. Fair play to him. Great performance.
Yeah, and hang on, 9 points between Ryan and Bosnia. Bosnia would drop to 6th. Ryan would at the moment with that penalty.
Ryan will have done enough, just about.
Ooh, a very late move there from Bosnia. They're trying to pick a side. Ghost leaving it late to go to the racing line there.
Fantastic
That's
run
for Jordan.
Jordan ran the outside. Can't quite get it done. But I tell you what, stay where you are. Just relax, because you've got the world at your feet here, because you can get that double DRS. And Ryan wants a bit of this. Ryan desperately, he can make up the 3 places somehow, then they do take the constructors.
Yeah, I think Ryan's just realised the severity of that 3-second time penalty.
Kamke now. He's got the tyre advantage, but yeah, that mistake I think cost him a chance of the win.
And we're going to go on to the final lap of the race now. McDutchface in a world of his own, doing a fantastic job, put on pole and has led the race.
So here we go. This is Ghost versus United Bosnia.
Ghost will out the outside for turn 4.
Oh, Jordan, heartbreaking, goes into the back. He's got to have got some damage from that. I don't think he has. Oh, incredible. Ryan B all over the back of him. Can't quite get it done.
Dave picking up a free set. Oh, Jordan making a mistake, and there goes Ryan through. Ryan up in the fourth. Jordan's going to try it back down the inside, but mounts onto the curb. And that slowed Cam K down a bit, so Cam K's not going to be close enough, but it's all about this run as we got McDutchase coming to the line. Sorry, McDutchase, I won't be able to go on board with you because we could potentially be seeing a full deal finish, but McDutchase takes the win here, and Bosnia, is he going to be close enough?
Oh, not quite. And Bosnia jumps down into 6th. Kamke up into 2nd. A Ghost with another podium. Fair play to him. Ryan in 4th. Jordan in 5th. Svenos, great result. And ST5, by the way, fantastic result for him. Really good to see. Not had the most points this season, but a fantastic result. Cloudy Cloud, wow. Great drive up into 9th. Steve-O in 10th. Swip 11th. Freak 12th. Dave will definitely get that last point from Freak, you would assume, due to the nature of his pens. Flip, Jasper, and Chap lap down.
Yeah, and Ryan will take 2nd in the Drivers' Championship, but that 3-second time penalty cost him and McDutchray 2nd in the Constructors.
Did. So it says Cloudy Cloud Driver of the Day. Oh, I don't know. He's definitely a nomination, but I
gotta give it to McDutchray.
I think. Do you know what? I think you do, because he was 19th on the grid. Let's not forget, with 1 lap to go in quali, and he pulled it out. He delivered, and he pretty much controlled the race. I think it's a fantastic win from him.
Yep. Not only that, I mean, you mentioned that he does jump ahead of Smitsky now. Does he jump? Yeah, he jumps Dave as well, so he jumps up into 7th.
Yeah, great results from him. I don't know. I would say Svenos Dios deserves a massive shout for his race. Cloudy, absolutely. Yeah, Dave, you would think, would get those tired. I mean, Dave actually would end up finishing 9th. So great effort from him. Yeah, crazy race.
Yep, and to run you through the order one last time, guys. So we got McDutchase, our race winner, ahead of Cam K in 2nd, Ghost Recon 3rd, Ryan B in 4th, Jordan in 5th. United Bosnia comes home in 6th place, Svenos Dios in 7th, ST5 in 8th, Cloudy Cloud in 9th, Steve-O rounding out the top 10. 11th is Swip, and 12th goes to Freak, claiming that final point playing position. Now, non-point finishers were Dave, Flip, and Jasper, and Camel. Our non-finishers were Alt Maverick, Diaz, Royal Council, and Sir Ibo. And that is going to bring an end to what has been a fantastic season, I would say.
Absolutely. Just got the news that Ricky Rich has won the D2 title. So congrats to him. But yeah, I think it's been a fantastic season. Seeing everyone grow, seeing everyone get quicker, because they've got so much quicker this season. And the gaps in quali between the top 10 were fantastic to see. Yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed it, probably more than any other season I've done commentary. Yeah, it's been fantastic for me. I will not be around as much next season, unfortunately, to do comms. I will probably pop in here and there if there's a need, but yeah, it might be the last you'll be hearing from me for a while. Unless you watch my highlights. There's just me swearing, so don't do that.
Yeah, then you'll be hearing a bit too much from you. But yeah, I mean, it's been a fantastic season. It's been a pleasure to cover a D5 with you, mate. And hopefully hopefully we can retain 5 divisions for next season, and maybe even grow to 6.
I'm not an organizer anymore, so that doesn't scare me. Yeah, do it. Why not? Let's make a 6. They'll hate me for saying that. They will not be pleased with that. But I don't know. I think the good thing is next season we can balance the divisions better as a league because we know each other's pace so much more than when we went into the beginning of the season. There shouldn't be as many driver changes. Things should be a little bit more consistent. I don't really know the pace of D4, to be honest with you. It's probably the division. I know you driving it.
Right. Well, what I would say.
You might not drive in it anymore.
I mean, I might not with the amount of DNFs I've had, but from what I've seen, Cam K, Ryan, Bosnia, those 3 definitely could do well in D4. So keep an eye on those 3 possibly getting promoted. Ghost, Alt Maverick, Jordan, Sven, McDutch Trace, they could also do well on their day in D4 as well. So there's a lot of crossover between the divisions, I would say, at the moment.
Yes, and maybe even 3, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
There could be at the back end of it. I think there's certainly 1 or 2 that potentially, who knows, to be honest with you. But there's a lot of crossovers between the divisions, as you'd expect, because people have had the game a while. Really looking forward to next season. I would assume, and again, this is just one man's opinion nowadays, but I would assume Cam K goes up 100%, and potentially a couple of the quicker guys up, like Bosnia and, well, I know McDutch's just come back down, but his pace has improved so much on that no assist kind of setup. So who knows? Yep. We might be having a bit of a different scrap. You might be in it. You might be in a little title race there, sir.
I mean, you never know, but knowing me, I'll probably crash out every race, and you know what it's like. But without us rambling on about our terrible luck, I think we'll probably close an end to the stream. So once again, to everyone in the chat, thank you very much for joining us throughout this season, and we hope to see you again for season 5. So until then, guys, have a fantastic rest of the year, and enjoy your Christmas and New Year period.
Absolutely. Cheers, guys.